Welcome on my channel. My name is Kamoshita. Today I would like to talk about something interesting, and it's not going to be the review of the special car or any recommendation which one we should buy, but just information about the special car category in Japan, which is a Kei Kuruma. So the small Keijidōsha, small car categories in Japan. And it's going to be one only technical here things to say about the car. It has to be up to 660cc. That's all. No more technical stuff, because everything else is just going to be a pure experience. And how does it look like in Japan? First of all, if we want to have a car, we're always thinking about which one we should buy. Bigger, smaller, everything depends on the people and your needs. I just want to say that if you want a bigger, go bigger. Bigger car in Japan, you know if it's bigger engine, more than 660, because will be the white car plate. If you have the smaller car, means the Keijidōsha, Kei Kuruma, is going to be 660C or less if it's possible. Then it's going to be yellow plate, car plate. And now, very interesting information about this. When you want to buy such a car, about Kei Kuruma especially, you have to understand that there are a few things which is beating the big car in many ways, especially fuel consumption. Of course it's going to be less. It's Kei Kuruma, it's a small engine. Fuel consumption is super low. I know with my wife we drive in it. For a week we spent like, I was speaking in US because that's going to be the best comparison, we spent like $20 for 1 week of driving. That's not bad. To go to work, to shop, not super far, but just how it is. It's pretty good deal. Second thing is ergonomically. When you're sitting inside this car, I'm 183 centimeter in Japan. I don't know how much is in the US. You have to calculate by yourself. You can use Google. I'm not quite sure, but I know that when I sit in the car, I can fit perfectly. And behind me, one person can sit normally. Not like this, struggling there to survive. No, it's really not bad about the space. And if it's 4 people and small tiny luggage in the trunk, or 2 people and 3 suitcases in the back. Perfect, no problem at all. Last time we back from Australia, there was 60 kilograms. And so it's gonna be like 120 pounds or something. So it's pretty not bad for the car. Of course it's tiny, but many cup holders, transmission works, engine works perfectly, servicing this car very cheap. And that's when I will go now about the Kei Kuruma, about buying this car. It's easier than buying a bigger car, because you don't need parking certificate, for example. Parking certificate to get in Japan, you have to go, if you're renting an apartment, to the real estate agency. Real estate agency, they give you a document which allows you to apply in the police for parking certificate. This document costs around, let's say, $20. Then you have to go to town hall, city hall, have a Hanko certificate, which is a special stamp certificate to buy the car for the people who wants to sell it to you. Have to get this one, 200 yen, so it's gonna be like $2, which is a pain in the ass to go and stay in the lane, take the number, you know what I mean, you take the drill. And then you have to go to police station, and they have to say, like to me, they can say to you, like they said to me, come next week, I will give you the certificate. You want to have a car right now, you're waiting for it, the person waiting for it. No, you have to wait longer. A police officer told me, I have to check if you really have parking spot in your house. Are you kidding me? Well, okay, nothing we can do, let's do it. Next week I have to take the certificate, and then I have to go to buy a car. With Kei Kuruma, with the small car, you don't have such a situation. Disappears. This problem disappears at all. Okay? With the small tiny cars also, you have access to special spots on the parking. You can park on normal spot, but have additional spot. Which, for example, I went to eat chocolate ramen, because Valentine's Day, white holiday, is special event. Okay? I went to go to eat ramen, and all the spots were blocked. It was like busy day, maybe after work, people coming back, everyone wants to eat, grab something. And then I realized there's one spot only available, and that was for Kei Kuruma, because there was the billboard with advertisement, and 20% they cut of the space. So if you have normal car, you have like a Ford Mustang, whatever you have, you cannot park on this spot. Or even Toyota Prius, you cannot. But because we have Kei Kuruma, we could. That's one benefit as well. Of course it's easier to park because it's small, costs less when you want to buy it, less tax to pay. Because this car is super small, you pay less tax. Plus insurance, because you have technical insurance, which is one, and you have a normal one. Normal like for the collisions and including the vehicle damage. The government one, it's only for human injury. So that's a little bit different. And if you want to have your car secure in an extra way, which is recommended in Japan, because even if someone hits you, you pay 20%, unless you park the car and you left the car. Then okay, then you're not your fault. But usually in Japan, in the say, even if you're not your fault, you just drive in a car, someone hits you, you pay 20%. Around, let's say, depends on the situation. So everyone makes the additional insurance for the car. And if you have, for example, Skyline, Nissan, like I asked two agencies, but one I printed right now here, and it's gonna be because of high rating of the car, so the car is more likely to be involved in accident, I would say like this. The rating is very high, and the injury is very possible in this car because it's more powerful. Then insurance goes up. If car value is $3,000, for example, insurance for 1 year can cost $3,000, yeah, easily. And it's like, wow, with a normal car like Kei Kuruma, you don't have this situation at all. Disappears because the rating is much lower, because the speed with you driving this car, and it's not an aggressive way, it's much lower. That's the good thing as well. Small engine, maintenance cost, oil changing, brakes, because this car doesn't have high speed, the brakes changing is much cheaper, and the smaller brakes, different price. Tires, of course, some maintenance cost is much lower. And practical and ergonomic. Really practical. If you don't like the scooter, it's raining, whatever, I recommend Kei Kuruma, and I believe that's a very good car. And if you're the car guy, you like cars, I like cars, and you want to have a bigger one, go for it. But if you are not the person who's a so-called petrol head or car guy, and you just want to have car to go from point A to B, you don't need to waste money, you can buy Kei Kuruma. Small car. If you see the yellow plate, you know that's Kei Kuruma. Buy it. Simple and easy. And if you like the videos and information I'm giving you, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.